Taurus, hello. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Joe, and for those of you that do, thanks for coming by again. This is February 2021 general tarot reading. So any topic is possible to come out. I'm not focusing on anything specific. Excuse me. And this could be about a relationship or relationships. It could be about career, money, finance, wealth, abundance, spirituality. Who knows? It's up to Spirit and the cards to bring out the message that needs to come through. Now, this isn't going to be for everybody, right? Can't be. It's impossible. So if it's not for you, just leave it. There's always another message at another time that might be better for you. If it's for you, that's great. Claim it. And I hope it is insightful. Okay, so we're going to pull some cards for the recent past, the current circumstance, and the potential outcome. A spirit blessing, a Celtic blessing card, and a couple of oracle cards, and we're going to end it there. So I'm going to try to keep it to 15 minutes or less, okay? But I keep going over because I just don't know when to shut my mouth sometimes. All right, so Taurus, let's start pulling your cards. All right, let's see what you have. Yep, Queen of Coins, Knight of Cups, ooh, Four of Swords. I feel like you're waiting for an offer of love, or you're waiting to offer somebody love in your recent past. That's kind of been like you've been holding off, and then something happened. What happened? There's something changed. Let's see where that is, Taurus. Okay, what changed to your current circumstance? Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ten of Cups. Yes, see, that's it coming through. Ace of Wands. All right, let's see the potential outcome, Taurus. Six of Wands. I love this. The Fool, very nice. The Moon. Ace of Cups. Okay, this is the theme right here. This is everything in this reading can be deduced down to this card, Ace of Cups. What is the Ace of Cups? It's a new feeling, a new beginning, a new love, a new relationship. It's something that you love very much, and maybe not a person, but something that you have your heart set on coming through. So we could kind of take this whole reading right now, and we can just wipe the cards off the table and say, okay, Taurus, ultimately you are getting your Ace of Cups, no matter what that is, whether it's a person, a place, a thing. But I think this is a person. I really do think this is a person, Taurus. I think that I don't normally read tarot this way. I don't normally say this card, oh, you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Leo or a Cancer. I don't do that. That's not my method. Not that it's right or wrong, okay? I read more intuitively. The first thing I see and think and feel, and sometimes even hear, we have our mind's eye, and I say we also have our mind's ear, so that's what I go with, and then I build on the various meanings of the card. But I do feel like this Queen of Coins, Taurus, is you. I feel like you, I think you've been holding out or waiting for somebody to reciprocate an offer of love, or you've been waiting to make an offer of love. But I feel like you're very traditional. And I think that in your traditional maybe beliefs, maybe you're coming off as traditional because you're shy, or just maybe you're waiting for them because you want to be certain that what you feel for them is how they feel for you. And you have the Knight of Cups here, okay? So I do feel like you've been waiting for some time for a new relationship to manifest, to come through. And I think you knew at the time who it was. This isn't just waiting for your knight in shining armor to show up, right? This is the Knight of Cups. I think you had either the idea of who it was, or you had your sights set on somebody, or there was somebody that you were kind of being very dreamy about, and you didn't want to make that move. You were being very traditional and reserved, but you were very much looking toward them, and I feel like you've been waiting for them to come toward you. And so we can be corny and say this is your knight in shining armor. Okay, so maybe that's how I'll title the reading, your knight in shining armor, because it's just funny how it comes through. But I feel like, you know, in your past you had spent a great deal of time waiting for this. Okay, patiently waiting. You were not throwing a temper tantrum waiting, not saying why God, why isn't this happening waiting. You weren't agonizing in wait, but you were patiently waiting, and you were doing things that were a benefit to you, living your life, you know, doing whatever it is that you do, and you're just okay being you, being by yourself, waiting for this, testing this out to see if it's going to come through. All right, and then something changed, something shifted. This Eight of Wands has come up, I think, in almost every reading I've done tonight. This is the fourth and last, okay? But it's come up in every single one. A lot of fast changes, fast-paced movement for people. So I think that something became known in this, okay? I think that the Eight of Coins currently, it's like seeing the potential. I think this is like the veil is kind of getting pulled down, and you and this person see the potential in one another. Something's changed, something's opened the door for you, Taurus. And you know, this Eight of Pentacles, I see this as like seeing the value in one another and what can grow out of this, what the potential exists in this, okay? And the Ace of Swords, I think this is all about the beginning communication of this relationship coming through. And so I think this is all about those very first things that we say to one another, the things that we tell one another, the getting to know one another kind of thing. And there is this like hopeful potential of, here it is, the Ten of Cups. You know, the fulfillment of all those cups, all right? And in those Ten of Cups, each one of those is a good thing. Okay, it's not like the Seven of Cups where you might have a cobra or a snake in one of them and being unsure and you know, all these things. This is all good things, and this is the potential that I think this person is seeing in you, and I think it's what a reflection of one another. So this is like a mirror. When you're looking at them, they're mirroring it back. When they're looking at you, you're mirroring it back. So I feel like there is this reciprocation with this, and this Ace of Wands. I feel like this is finally starting, currently in the process of, or if it's not happening right now, it's like slowly evolving. And so there is this seeing that there is a lot of potential here for a long-term commitment, all right? And this Ace of Wands, it's so you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the getting to know each other, the kind of opening up to one another, and then you have taking those steps forward and trying to you know, put this, into motion. This is actually getting to know one another, and this is a hard time for people who have been single to get to know one another. And trust me, it's a hard time for couples with kids who are stuck in a home who know each other all too well. So but that's another story, right? I wouldn't want to do a reading for myself here on YouTube. It would be probably embarrassing. So, but anyway, this is just a little humor. Six of Wands here. This is the near future here. Six of Wands. So feeling very excited and pumped up and fired up about this. And you are, because, you know, this is the forming of that new relationship with the Fool. I think you both are just going with it. I think there is like this, you know, there might have been this kind of cat and mouse in the past. And I think that that's done and over with. I think that's already happened. And I think that something has changed and the potential has been exposed, that reciprocating of that potential has been exposed. So there's this feeling of reciprocity here or something like that, and it's all about seeing the potential in this relationship. I think this is all about getting very up in your emotions here. This, to me, I feel like, you know, just in your heart of hearts and in your intuitive side, and your emotions are all wrapped up in this, and I think you feel very connected to this person. I think this is like a soul level connection forming for you, Taurus. So I think this is a great reading. I like how this is coming out. I don't think, like, you know, sometimes the moon, I feel like they're the moon is like the lesser light. It's not the sun card coming out where everything's illuminated. Sometimes the moon is the lesser light, and in that lesser light there are shadows and there are dark corners. But remember, if there are any shadows or dark corners in this, that things that are yet to be explored, remember that shadows give objects depth. Okay, shadows, emotional shadows, give people depth. So I think that's really what this is talking about. So remember that there's some it is the lesser light, so there's more to be revealed coming through. Okay, but the Ace of Cups, this is reading is all about this one card. That's the only card we really need here. Okay, so let's pull a Celtic Spirit Blessing. All right, just one of these. I'm kind of nervous. A blessing for solace and hope. So, I think that this speaks very, very true to what you've hoped for. And it's, I think that maybe you've been through some somber times, and I think you've had to reconcile some emotional scars from the past, some emotional wounds, and are able to move forward and manifest like the ideal relationship, to have that ideal relationship come through for you. I think that you've had to, again, I want to use the word reconcile some things of the past, and you have, and I think that's done and over with, and you have that blessing of hope become manifest. Okay, so remember that. I think that's a really important message. But let's pull two of these, Taurus, and cap it off and send you on your way. Thank you again for joining me. And if you're new, I hope that you... Oh, look, I love this. And I want one more, because there's I need a third card here. Okay, that helps clear it up, because there's one card here, and don't freak out when I tell you what the card is, because I kind of had the message when I saw it, but I'm like, oh, I need to pull a couple more cards and make sure that I feel like I'm hitting the nail on the head. You have Not For You. You have this chess game with the fortune cookie, and I feel like that this is all about your own internal doubts, your internal self-limiting beliefs, and that on here, and my glasses are for distance, so this fortune cookie is here, and in it is this message that says nope. I think this is you. I think this is your self-limiting beliefs. I think this is a fear telling you don't doubt what is about to happen. Even we have many relationships and experiences in our lifetime, and sometimes those things aren't for us, but they do lead us down better roads, better paths, different places, different people, different things. But I think it might be you beginning to get a little worried and maybe put the brakes on out of a fear, because you have this blessing of solace and hope. And I did say I felt like there were some things of the past that you've recently reconciled, but some of that might still be fresh, and so you might have a little bit of fear coming up for you. But you have the Fates, so this is definitely fated. That was the second card. I was only going to pull two, but you have the Fates. This is fated. This is destined. This is meant to be. This is meant to happen. It's going to happen. It would be very hard to stop it, and it would change the trajectory of your life if you kind of just denied it and walked away from it. So I think it's very important to remember that this is a very important fated event in your life. Now, last card, Imagine. I love this card. Whatever you want out of this, whatever you can conjure up in your mind, whatever you can see for yourself in the future out of this circumstance is what you're going to have, in a sense. Now, no, you're not going to have trees growing in your yard with cotton candy for leaves. I'm not being, silly here. I'm saying what you literally can imagine this turning into, not just realistically, but on a big level. Being very, being very overly optimistic is what I'm saying. It's like saying, like, dream big, because whatever you're dreaming of, the potential in this is the outcome. Okay, and so this is telling you to really use your imagination to create the outcome in this, because it's faded, and again, the Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups. The other two cards I feel are very important here. This is something that's going to be manifest for you, Taurus. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, okay? Again, if you're new, thank you for checking me out. And if it didn't resonate with you, hey, that's okay. But I hope you give me another chance. If it did, great. Leave me a comment. Leave me a thumbs up, please. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And as always, I'll see you again in 2 weeks. So have a great rest of your day. And thank you very much for joining me. Bye.